Yo, yo. Made a tragic error. Let's see here. I need these. I need these. Okay. Who's lurking out there? These. So I made a huge blunder. I just made a post on Instagram that I wouldn't be on Instagram because I needed my phone. And in fact, I need to be using my phone to stream and using my computer to work because I'm in the middle of trying to ship. And I just thought about it and I was like, I don't need my phone. I need my computer. So, pretty stupid. Forgive my idiocy. Just got home from fishing mostly greenfish. It's different. That's different. Damn, these things are big. This is the one I need. What kind of jig bite are we talking here, Darius? It's the same damn size. Interesting. Guess I'll use two. I painted these mega bass things. We're South Jersey when you need somebody to chub up over a bait. No topwater, half ounce. Were you just like pitching it in trees, down the bank, in bushes? What does a man use a jig around? Are we like on like fishing out deep? I don't know your style, Darius. I see you out. You look like you're a man of the river. You like being in the river. Kyle, I made a post on Instagram that I wouldn't be doing Instagram Live today because I needed my phone. And after I posted that, I realized, no, you don't, you idiot. You need your computer. So I should be streaming on my phone, not my computer, because I need my computer to ship. But while I'm talking, I can hopefully accomplish what I need to until I need to get off of here and go use my computer to ship. But, I was thinking I was going to need my phone to pull addresses off of, and And I started thinking about it. I was like, I can't print labels unless I'm on my monitor. So sold some. I'm on my last. I think I got 4 or 5 pair of the wacky band pliers. These have been good. They've been good. There's this, Main Lake. Is there a Main Lake bite 12 months out of the year, Darius? Do you ever venture shallow besides in March and April? Or are you just a river guy? Or Main Lake as they would call it. What is this weigh? I don't want grams. 9 ounces, feels heavier. That's what I need to do is I'll just get, while I'm talking to y'all, I'll get all these ready to ship and just put names on them because I know where they're going. I need that. I need bubble mailers. What are those? Here's some. Darius, if a man really liked fishing lay down trees on Kentucky Lake in the fronts of creeks and out towards the river, how much of that is there? Because I noticed when I was up there last, which has been a damn 15 years, there was lots of trees you could find in the back of pockets that had like washed up on those flats and stuff, or like gotten blown through the creek or whatever. There's lots of those. But I didn't really notice many on the river. David Dunn. He's gonna need a box. I'm trying to think what all this stuff will fit in. Like, that's the thing about down here. If you like smallmouth, I mean not smallmouth, but if you like fishing trees and such, there's no shortage of trees. It's the hub. Apologize for your ear holes if you're wearing earbuds. So Darius, correct me if I'm wrong here. Are you considering? Are you saying when you say the south part, are you talking about the real south part, like if you're going down towards Tennessee, or are you talking about up towards Kentucky being the north part, or are you doing it by the however it's done there? It gets confusing at times. Barkley in the south. Here is a I think you would call this a Clear Lake hitch. Chad piece. And believe it or not, this Clear Lake hitch is actually heading to Clear Lake. Dude got all matchy matchy. Had to go to Hobby Lobby today and give me some damn wrapping paper. YouTube sucks, says Burns. Tyler, it really throws me off with your handle over here. Really throws me off. Can you fix that, please? Clotilde. Is that what it means? Clotilde? Is that how you say that? Is that your middle name? Or last name? Nickname? Here's the others in the matching set. Beautiful, beautiful bait here. It's got some little, it's amazing all the dust and crumbles you can see from sitting here. But like I said, he's got a twofer, a 2-pack on the hitches. He did double BGCs and double Chads, which is never a bad thing. Hope he is pleasant with these. Fished in Tennessee all day today. Is Big Sandy still a thing? Is it still good? Like down that area? I'll tell you one of my favorite creeks is if you go, I don't know what the name of it is, Darius, but if you leave out of Big Sandy and you start going down the river, the first creek on the left in that corner bend of the river. In the back. You ever go in there? You ever do much exploring in there? Man, where does my time go, dude? Where does friggin' time go? Oh, Amy printed some hats. These were her testers from yesterday to see if she could get them dialed in. No walkers, Burns. No walkers. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. It turned out pretty good. Yupung Classic. Didn't order these. They sent them to us. Don't know why. Panther Bay. I really have no clue. I don't know why. I don't really. I don't know. I don't know any creek names up there. No, you didn't miss anything. I've just been sitting here boxing stuff up. Just been boxing stuff up, bro. Oh, like that. Let's try something different. Let's try something different. No, literally the only creek I know on that body of water is Big Sandy. One more fit, please. There we go. Perfect. All right. Tight, snug fit. That's what we're looking for. Let's see what this weighs. 4 swim baits. Any guesses? 14 ounces. 13. Pretty close. I forgot about that. It's a holiday weekend, so the booze cruisers are getting fired up early. Forgot about that. But I'll tell you a story about that creek, Darius. I don't know if you've heard it before, but I'll tell it again. I was in there fishing with a guy, and he fished the back end of that pocket, and I actually learned this was something that stuck with me like till this day. But like what I learned that day really was one of those like eye-opening, game-changing things, and it wasn't that big of a deal, but it completely changed the way I looked at things. So I was fishing with this guy from the Red River. I think his name was Dennis something. Loved cigarettes. Loved pitching a jig. He had like 6 jigs tied on and a bullfrog spook from like 1970. So I'm looking at all his jigs. I'm like, this is interesting. And he had this one color that was really, really cool to me. And I was like, what color is that? And he was like, oh, it's like a Louisiana thing. And I've got the pad over there. I've never sold it, but he's like, it's called like Swamp Gator or something, or that was the brand. I forget what it was, but they made this color jig, and it was like green and blue and black. But when I say green, it was like emerald green. And if anybody knows what this jig is, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or what this color is. It's like a metallic green scale with blue and maybe brown and black. Like it's a really pretty jig skirt. But of course, I went home and like tied myself 20 of them and fished with them. They caught them, but he said that was the deal on the Red River. I might could show you the skirt. Yeah, here it is. I've got a million of them. I think it got discontinued actually. I'm giving away his secrets, though. I should probably save this. I should probably save this for the members only. But anyway, he had these jigs tied on, and we started out on the river, and he was like pitching around those little cypress tree islands down the lake, and he caught them pretty good. He had a limit, and threw a spook around a little bit. Anyway, that was the other interesting thing he did. South Jersey, you missed some weird megabass stuff that I just packaged up. They're like these giant megabass baits. I don't know the name of them, but I repainted them. Tyler, I don't think it's a Delta. I don't think Delta was around at this time, if it's the same Delta I'm thinking of. But anyway, he's pitching around his jig, and the really interesting thing to me, this wasn't a huge takeaway, but it was interesting. Like he didn't start his day throwing the spook. You know what I mean? Like that spook wasn't on deck for him to pull up to his first spot at daylight and start throwing his spook. He didn't pick up the spook till like 9. And I guess, Jeremy, we're talking about a guy I fished with on Kentucky Lake, on a place I was telling Darius I really liked, a creek, and the reason I like it. But anyway, so he, I guess he was waiting for the sun to get right on those trees to where it would kind of move them in and get them around the, the base of the tree up within a decent range. Um, but So that was interesting to me. Like once he got hot is when he started throwing his spook. Um, but then we went back. This was the eye opener. Once we got to the back end of this creek, and this was in end of May, 1st of June, and we went to the ass of this creek, and it was like this deep, and there was this big log jam in the middle. Very Red River of this guy. So we pulled in there, and I'm not like, what is this idiot doing? I'm like, I'd fish this, and he pulls up to this big log pile, and he starts pitching his jig, working it out. He's real methodical. He like makes his pitches, and he's making a circle around this log. And the whole time I'm sitting there watching, I'm thinking where I would be casting. And he makes like he makes a pitch, and I go, oh, that's a good one. And like I would have thrown there. And he keeps going, and he works all the way around this big trash pile. And it's just like bushes and a couple big logs sticking in. It's just like a pile of shit from storms. And he works his way all the way around, and he's just about to where we started. And like off of the brush pile, there's like one little like shitty looking twig sticking up. And it's not too far off, but it's just kind of not in the ring of fire, right? He pitches his jig over there. And he didn't have a bite on any of the other part of the tree. And pitches his jig over there, works it out, sets the hook. I hear him grunt. I set the hook. I said, oh, all right, now we got some action. Fish goes up there like off the side of the boat and like jumps. And I was like, damn. I was like, that's a big one. And I was like, you want some help? And he's like, nah, I got it. Like never, it didn't phase that dude at all. Like nothing changed in his attitude between catching a 1-pounder and a 6-pounder. So, he just kind of casually kneeled down, grabbed the fish, took his jig out, threw him in the live well, said, let's go. All right. 6-pounder, like a legit 6-pounder. And I think he didn't have much that day. He might have had like 13 or 14 pounds, but he left and he was like, I'm going home. I said, all right, you're not fishing tomorrow? And he's like, no, I'm going home. I said, all right. So me and my buddy Young were fishing the next day. And he's like, where'd that dude catch that 6 yesterday? I was like, in the back of that creek over there. He's like, you gonna go fishing? I was like, can. Dude, we fished the same damn pile. And Young tied on a damn football head jig because he didn't have any other pitching jigs. And he's like, you think this will hold one? I was like, shit, I don't know. It was like a jewel jig, had that shit, like that shitty light wire hook in it. I was like, I don't know, dude. And anyway, we fish around the same pile, and he pitches over there on that corner. Boom, sets a hook. Another 6 in the same spot, like a real 6. And he was like, damn, Stanley, this place is the shit. And I was like, dude, if you'd have told me that we would have fished the same pile and just about on the same twig, caught double 6s, I would have told you were crazy. Or it was the same fish, but I know it's not the same fish because they've released it up there at the marina. So I don't know what's going on, but pretty wild. I don't know if that fish was there the day prior, like if there was 2 6s just sitting there chilling on that log, probably, or if that fish moved in after that big one got snatched off. Who knows? But that was the only time I think I've ever back-to-back days seen two giants come off the same twig. Uh, but it was awesome. But it was in the back of that. That's the creek I was talking about. Let's see. I got T-shirts to go out. Had a Ned shirt sell this morning. Say la vida it. Write Ned on here, so I know. I got another Kyle shirt to ship. Darius, that really changed the way I looked at trees. Because when I was watching him, I was thinking, after he caught that fish, I thought to myself, I would have never caught that fish because I would have completely bypassed that cast of what I considered the prime spot, like the prime cast on that trash pile. So it made me reevaluate things. I said, maybe you don't know all the right casts. So like I said, it changed the game. Labor Day plans? No, Travis. I think Amy's going to Baton Rouge. I'm gonna stay here and work. I'm gonna try to get some swim baits knocked out. I gotta get some of those going. I'm gonna try to pour some today, and just get some work done. If I can get caught up, I would be happy because I didn't work last weekend because I was on baby duty, and next weekend's my birthday, and Amy wants to go to the lake, so that would be 2 weekends I'm out. And if I would have left and went to Baton Rouge this weekend, I've been 3 weekends I'd have been down, and I would have been way screwed. So I'm gonna try and get as much knocked out this weekend as I can, which is easy because I won't have a bedtime. You know what I mean? Like I can leave earlier and I can come back later. Although I'd rather spend it with Bean and Amy and the mouse, but I won't have any prime time to be home. I can stay up here till damn midnight and stream and work. So maybe that's the plan. All right, who's next? This gentleman, Josh. Do y'all oh, the reason for the caption, I want to so I don't have to do my Instagram lives. I would like to grow this channel and get some of more of my Instagram people over here. And I thought, why not give an incentive? While the numbers are low, you still have a good chance. I can paint up one of these beautiful jewels. And I guess I need to pick a number, like a subscriber number. Like if we get up to like something stupid, like 300 or something puny, that would be enough. But then just do a. I feel like 300's a lot. Maybe 500 would be good. But if you could get, or even every 100, that wouldn't be terrible. It would probably be about what it costs. Like if you put a dollar amount into what it costs to like pay for advertising to get like subscribers or followers or whatever, Um, you could it would probably be about the same. Um, Monthly paid subscriptions, Kyle, I could do that. You think that's where I should do the giveaway? You think I should just have a subscription base, and then for all the subscribers, that's basically like buying a raffle ticket to win a bait, and just do one a month? That's actually pretty smart. The free bait club. I mean, that's not a bad chance at a raffle, and it's kind of like a loophole. That might be the loophole I've been looking for. Hmm. I'm not saying that you have to buy a subscription to win a bait, but if you do buy a subscription, I will be giving away baits. Hmm. I think that's the answer. I think that's the answer. But I actually get a great, I like giving stuff away. I mean, you know, I really don't. I like to keep everything, of course, but I do, I do enjoy sending somebody something and them getting stoked on, you know, getting a bait or whatever. Um, Travis, doesn't have to be only swim baits. I've actually got, I actually have a bait. I have two baits from Marty Burns. He sent me a couple to do my giveaway because I was going to do my giveaway on Instagram, and then I realized that it was considered a lottery. Um, but he sent me this little jewel, and he sent me this little jewel. This one's really cool. I want to keep this one too. Um, but what are those? What are those? I mean, what do people usually sell? You know what tickets for? Like $10? I mean, I think that's what everybody's like YouTube channels go for. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've got. Yeah, I think it's a good way to like. I don't know. It's fun to give back, but it's also like a good way to get some cool shit that I've got like into other people's hands. Um, it's like a mystery box, but not. Um, like here's an old Ichiban Balsa Pro. I probably wouldn't want to give that away, but like I've got stuff like this. South Jersey, I hate giving away painting tips though. Why can't I just give away fishing tips? Fishing tips are way easier. Oh, Jeremy, those raffles get absurd. But now I think those raffles have slowed down. I mean, I don't know if they've slowed down, but before they could just have a raffle for like in the early days, they'd do like 10 spots, $100 a spot, and they'd fill up instantly. And then they started doing the split where they do 20 spots, $50, and then they started doing the mini splits, and then they started doing the micro splits, and now it's like you win a chance at the main, you win a chance at the mini, you win like it's so watered down now. You gotta play like 10 times just to get into the damn real ball games. Um, but I only follow one of those pages on Instagram. I mean on Facebook, and I've never gotten to a I've never thrown any coin down on it on one before. Um, but do any of y'all waffle? Travis, I could certainly paint one of those vixens. I mean that in itself is worth what? I mean, what price? Um, yeah, and like I think that would be because I need an outlet for doing like one-off stuff. Um, like you know what I mean? Like um, I don't know. Like I don't want to foil 100 baits or 50 baits or 30 baits. Uh, Travis, probably like $10. Nothing extreme. Um, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, like doing one-off stuff. Like that's what I really enjoy the most. Like I used to um, foil spitting images, and I hadn't done that in forever, just because it's such a pain in the dick. But if I'm doing one, like I don't mind that. I actually kind of enjoy it. Um, Matt, I saw one of those elude rats sell on Swimbait Universe today for like 750. Um, Platinum 1 year membership subscriptions $500. Get private painting tips. If you tell others about the tips, I cut your dick off, and I keep your money. Travis could do members only drops. I mean, I think that was my. I talked to Eric about it, and I was like, I'd really like to just completely control the sales of what I do, since it's a limited volume anyway. And I was like, maybe I should just have like a subscription box where it would, but this would kind of be like an outlet to be able to do stuff like that. Um, there's a waffle going on for two TKs, a V110, and a Pop Max. I'd tell them to eat a dick and throw the Pop Max in the trash because those things are garbage. Members only shirts and hats. That would be, yeah, I could certainly do that, especially if we had enough members. I mean, it would only, uh, yeah, for sure. Because if you could get enough members, that was just, I'm not talking about a ton, but if you could just get enough, that would make it worth, um, like having a small run of patches done to where you weren't losing money on it. You could certainly do that, uh, which would probably only need to be about, I don't know, 50 dudes. And I say dudes because literally there would be no women. It's like the He-Man Woman Hater Club. If you go to my analytics on anything YouTube, it's like gender 99.9% male, and then there's my wife is the 0.1%. Uh, so oh, dude, everybody in the swim bait world's been getting flamed. I don't know. I saw the UFO dude get blasted. Uh, the the golden bait dudes, he dropped out and supposedly sold his stuff. Hinkle's always getting flamed. Fish everything's always getting flamed. Like there's more. I feel like there's way more dudes getting bashed, which is good. Like if you get if you have a shitty business practice, I think people need to know about it. Um, Phony gets flamed. Um, I mean, that I will say that is the like poetic justice of like what we do here, what I do, because I've been doing this for a while. And you see somebody that like gets into the gets into the game, they either build baits that paint, and you're like, oh, this guy's pretty decent. He looks like he's going in full steam ahead, and you just watch your clock. Months go by, maybe a year, and then the self-destruction starts. It's like, there you go. Always happens. And you see them come in and they're like, oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. Oh. And then they crash and burn. Because A, they can't talk to people, they have no customer service relations, they're crooks, they're whatever. Like there's so many things that happen. And you just gotta, guys that do the right thing and don't do stupid ass deadlines and take people's money and hold it, and you just keep pedaling along. Those guys speed up and then they fall off the bike, and then you just keep pedaling, and they hit a rock and fall off. No, man. So that's the way it goes. That is the I don't, South Jersey, I really don't understand um I really don't understand why somebody would do that, buy like a business of that size. Um, Mainly because there's no like proprietary anything. Like if you want like a little swim bait, like the little gremlin, just build one, or pay somebody to 3D print you one. Yeah, you're getting a trashed out. It's like the guy that bought 5x3. Like, dude, all you have to do, like your first year of business, is just doing damage control, trying to convince all the people that followed you before that you're not the same person, and that you're like, and like regain their trust. So to me, that's a monumental waste of time. Um, but it's the same, like you said, that you're buying a reputation also, and then you got to convince all those people that you're different. I'm different, and they're already that group of people that follow you has already been burned. Some of them have, but some of them haven't. But most of the ones that haven't have heard the stories of the ones who have, and are already like reluctant to, they're kind of, they got burned, and so I'm sure there's plenty of people that had good experiences, but whatever. Um, South Jersey, that is 100% the thing to do. You could have made. I mean, why not just make another bait? That's like the dude that was. You remember that going fishing gill? Did anybody ever see that? Um, uh, Travis, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Um, Hard to go back once you get burned. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, that's what I always heard early on in like sales and marketing, when I was doing like door knocking and stuff. They say, um, like in the this was applied to the cell phone telecommunication market, but they said, it cost um, twice as much to get back a customer than it does to keep one. So, or if not more, like it's an exuberant amount of cost to regain a customer that you lost than it is to keep them. So, just try and keep people happy, which is not that hard. Um, I don't know anything about his business, Jeremy. Um, I just hear a lot of complaints about the swims. Um, that's the only thing I ever see. It's never usually a personal thing. I've seen a lot of people complain about getting like shoddy baits that didn't do right. But who knows? The squeaky wheels are always the ones that get heard. You know what I mean? You might send out. He might have sold 500 baits last month, and one of them had a flaw or didn't swim right. You don't get the other 499 reports back that enjoyed their bait and had a good uh, experience, but the one guy that didn't is the reputation now. Um, Selling prototypes is weird. They're probably not real prototypes. They're probably like version 30. Um, Woodrow is also a pain to deal with, and he sold me a bait that wasn't even tuned. I had to tune it. It sucks. I try and tune all mine. I think I over tune mine. It's like if you stare at something too long and it starts like playing tricks on your eyes. Like if you're like trying to like shoot a rifle and you look down the scope and you're supposed to shoot within the first like so many seconds, because then once your eye focuses longer than that, like it starts getting weird. And I think that's how I get with like tuning swim baits. Like I'll over tune them to the point where I'm like going backwards, and then I have to like go back and fix them. Um, because I have this like I don't want to send anybody anything that doesn't swim right. But then I think like sometimes I get to the point where I'm so like fearful of that, I like screw myself because I I untune them. You know what I mean? Like I tune them bad, but then I have to go back and I'm like, what am I doing? This isn't right. Like go back to the way it was. Uh, uh, it was supposed to swim off like this. It's a dock rat. It's supposed to go around the left side of a dock. So I think we have answered the question. Um, I just don't understand when the guys are going to quit doing pre-orders. That's the biggest dumbass move ever. Like if you think you can sell 500 baits, build 500 baits and sell them. You know what I mean? Roll the dice. If it's going to take you, if you're like, all right, I'm going to build 500 baits, and if I sell them for uh, $100, that's was that 50 grand. If it takes me 6 months to do that, and I roll the dice, and I don't make any, and I only sell 200. Man, that's business. You know what I mean? Like get better at selling them. Uh, so taking people's money is not the way to go. It's so stupid. Like you're just these idiots are just asking. They are like, please, please, people of the bait and swim bait world, come and flame me, because I am going to screw this up. Just wait. And shit happens. Like I'm a prime example. I don't take people's money, but I know just as well as anybody that like if you try to set a deadline to something, like shit happens and throws you off and gets you out of whack, and like if you certainly don't want to do that with these guys taking these monster pre-orders and taking like 50 grand worth of people's money. I couldn't sleep at night. Um, Jeremy, I'm the same way. Like I don't know though. Like I'm with you though. If it looks cool and it swims right, and you're a good dude, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like you're you are deserving of my business. But what's my thumbnail, Travis? Enlighten me. Hmm. Who are we talking about? South Jersey. Dickie D, is this weird that you can see my pots and pans? Amy's on the phone. Hello? Yeah.
For me,
All right.
and I
Gotta
feel
go.
so good. Let's go home and stay and snuggle.